Why, hello there everyone. I'm Laxow, aka the Kumo Sensei. Minasan, ohayou gozaimasu. And today is going to be a very simple day today. All I'm going to be doing is doing some updates and checking back on some Hysterocrates species Benin. So today's video is going to be a bit straightforward, and honestly it's nothing too special. It's just the daily maintenance and the things that happen in my collection. So this first one here is my Monocentropus balfouri, one of my female specimens. And for this one here, I did leave some babies with her, and there's about maybe 5 to 6, maybe 8 slings total, which they're reaching their juvenile sizes, and I do plan on rehousing these in the future once they get larger, so stay tuned for that. And I do want to talk about some tarantula stuff, because I have gotten new viewers coming into my channel, and I'm guessing it's because of the giveaway I'm doing, which I'll announce the winner next Tuesday. And it's really cool to see a lot of people wanting to get into tarantula breeding, and I'm not stopping you at all. But I do want to make this clear though, I don't think anyone should be chasing after my legacy or chasing to become like me, because everybody should just be focusing on themselves and doing their own things to reach that goal of where they want to be. For me personally, the tarantula stuff just kind of happened. But anyhow though, this really isn't about me and my legacy. This is more so about you and your legacy. So it seems that a lot of my new viewers really want to get into tarantula breeding, and they're asking me where to start. And in my honest opinion, I honestly don't think that you should start breeding as a start. I think everyone should start off by actually reaching out to other tarantula breeders and vendors, and to actually try to start a business relationship. So that way when you do produce slings and things are not looking so great, you would have somebody who's already experienced to help you out. And that is what I recommend for people who are trying to start out. And then once you actually, build a relationship with other tarantula breeders and vendors, especially vendors and sellers, then that's when I think it's the best time to actually start trying to get into tarantula breeding with some beginner species, and then slowly work your way up. And I also want to give out a bonus tip to anyone who's coming into this tarantula market and into tarantula breeding, and that is to have thick skin. It is strange to say this, but you would think that a bunch of adults like me and you and a lot of other people will take things pretty well online, but that is not the case in my experience. Usually when it comes to working with adults, a lot of them do take it a bit too personal, and honestly, that don't hurt my feelings. And I know I sound very lax, very low, and very calm, but when it comes to this tarantula market, if you're too soft, or if you can't stand criticism, then it's gonna pile on very quickly. And in my experience, usually when it comes to the people who are the nicest, the calmest, and the people who are trying to be nice to everybody, those are the people who usually get out first when it comes to this tarantula market, because it's too competitive, and also because of scams. Scams usually target people who are new to the market and to people who are too nice. And it's funny too, because a lot of these scammers do watch my videos, and they do contact me through my emails, and usually they think that I'm a very nice person, meaning that I'll be easy to scam. But when it comes to tarantula business, I am business, so I don't really want to, waste time, just get straight to the point. So usually these tarantula scammers, they get a taste of their own medicine. But yeah, I apologize if I do sound rude at times if you want to buy from me through wholesale, especially to my fellow tarantula breeders and vendors who are looking to buy some stock from me. But it's just so plainly obvious at times when you see a scam. Now, I'm not going to talk about scams in this video, so I'm going to save that for another video, for another day. And that is probably my advice for starting out, for everyone who wants to start out. So, good luck, and I wish everybody success. But as I always say, and I always will say, is that anyone can succeed, but not everyone will succeed. So this is me being realistic on my experiences, the things I've witnessed, and the things that I've been through. Feel free to take it or leave it. It's really up to you, honestly. And I understand that some people are frustrated that I can't teach them everything, but you gotta ask yourself, how do you teach years of things into a single video? Like, I can't just teach you, years of experience into a single 1-hour video, or 6-hour video for that matter. It's just impossible overall. This is something you're just going to have to learn through trial and error, and through experience over time. And it's kind of funny too, because you noticed that I didn't really mention anything about tarantula breeding. I focused more solely on the tarantula market, and that is because this is the part where everybody dies at when it comes to breeding tarantulas, quote unquote. is not necessarily breeding the tarantulas, but is once they produce slings, that's when it becomes a true tragedy. And I feel kind of bad because I've seen new tarantula beginners coming to me asking, since I seem like a nice person, if I'm willing to help them out by buying some curly hair tarantulas from them. And then they're offering about $5 a piece for a group of 10. So that's $50 for 10 curly hair tarantulas. And if I'm being honest, that is a very bad price because that's just too expensive. Because you have to understand that curly hair tarantulas are very, very saturated in this market. And for a second instart curly hair tarantula, they're probably only worth 25 cents through wholesale a piece. At most $1, but if you're selling it for more than that for a second instar, it is not worth it at all. Now just a disclaimer, this is only referring to the United States tarantula market. So if you're in Canada, Europe, Asia, anywhere else, this doesn't really apply to you. More so just the American United States tarantula market, which is very terrible right now in terms of inflation and prices, but I don't want to get too touchy on that subject. And I guess I'll call this a video for today. So, as the typical, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to stick around. I upload every single Tuesday and Friday here on the channel, and also support me on my social medias such as my IG and Patreon. Shout out to my Patreon members such as Cal for keeping my tarantulas fed. Anything helps. And with that, stay lax and Laxow out from the Kumo Sensei.